north, I said, well, we need to do it. Did you?
Yeah.
That's a Monday, April 17th.
Okay, I'd like to open Economic Development Tourism Committee at 6:01. We have our Director Warren Hart with us, and we also have the Director of Tourism, Patty. And Patty would like to say a few words to us.
5 minutes worth.
That's what she said.
5 minutes, no Q and A, Charlie.
Okay.
It's consistent, anything she is.
Good evening, everybody, and thanks for having me again. I'll try to stay out of your hair. Everybody has on their desk our new travel guide, vacation map, the beverage guide that just came out today, as well as the new golf guide. Just so you have an idea of where we are moving to. This was last year's guide. After COVID, we found that everybody just wanted wide open spaces. We did a survey and we found that now, because of COVID, the family institution is going strong again.
Good.
People learn to live with each other, to get along with each other, and appreciate their families. So we came out with this guide with a matching vacation map, which is more eye appealing on the stands to everyone. We also, last year, if you can see, it was all about Greene County. So I did a survey. We send out 85,000 travel guides throughout New York State, the metro area, Connecticut, you name it, we do it. They weren't going off the shelves last year because Catskills was not as large. Greene County was larger. So we found out people didn't care about vacationing in Greene County. They cared about vacationing in the Catskills. So those are the new materials within the travel guide. We broke it down by region. So we have the mountain region, the river region, and the valley region. We also did success stories. We grouped with economic development. A goal of mine is to work closer with economic development. We've had a lot of businesses and people move up here from New York City or the greater metro area, and they opened up businesses. They bought homes and stayed here, and they opened businesses on our main streets. So we did success stories throughout the guide as well. We also did a chill versus thrill page. The thrill of zip lining and the chill of just sitting back at an open fire and having a beer or going to have dinner. We also featured culture, arts, and events. This year, moving forward, we are really featuring our downtowns, as everyone should know, because we had the Easter Irish video kickoff. We'll be featuring that and events as well. We have 2 videographers coming in this year, one through our ad agency and another private contractor that did the Easter Irish Fest, the Easter video, as well as the Round Top video. So they will be going throughout the towns this year, and they will be featuring our downtown main streets so we can build those pages out, as well as all the events that occur within Greene County. We will take those reels, we'll throw them out on TikTok, Instagram, wherever they need to go, on whatever platform they need to go, they will go there. And that is how we're going to market this year. You'll see under the success stories, I know I'm a little scattered here, you'll see the tasting lab was one and Catskill Collectibles was another. Another thing that we did this year is we found a lot of our traffic, they're staying for 48 hours. They're spending a night. So we did a 48-hour page as well within the travel guide. This is all for search, all SEO. So for the 2023 marketing plan, we came up with It Happens Here. You live it, you feel it, you breathe it. And we're gonna hashtag find your Catskills because I'm very competitive. And I know I also work within the Catskills region, but I want to stay above Delaware, Ulster, and Sullivan County and keep on top with that search. So we're going to stay one step ahead of all of our competitors out there. I look at them all as competitors. Yes, I have to work with them on a regional basis, which I do through CATS and HVT, but Greene County is where it's at. Or the Great Northern Catskills, shall I say. So that's basically it. If anybody has any questions, we do have new events coming up this year, as well as we're going to focus on our downtowns. Our downtowns have a lot to offer. Main Street Catskill just 2 weeks ago opened up 4 new businesses. So we throw that out on all our social media platforms. Caro is coming back. East Durham is thriving. We're finding our resorts are booming. Our hipsters want that experiential stay. So they're looking for the glamping. So we will also be rebuilding, not rebuilding, but redesigning our events page as well as where to stay. We're going to focus more for search on that. That's about it. Those are the changes. Any questions? Even though I don't have a question and answer, yes.
I have not had a chance to go through this yet, but is Halkett in this anywhere?
Halcott is mentioned within the towns. If there is something within Halcott, please let me know because we are not aware of that. We did try to list all our towns within the region. And we did that. We didn't do the hamlets, but we did the immediate towns. So yes, there is a mention of Halcott.
I'll get in touch with the supervisor and have her get a hold of you because there is quite a bit going on out there. And it is a growing area and I think we can't forget about that.
Then send me anything that's coming down the pipeline, something new,
Okay.
we're all for it.
On the map.
Thank you.
Patty, thanks for the meeting last week. Matt, myself, and Jay went concerning the concert coming down to the point. I think it's June 24th.
Fourth,
Yeah.
yep.
Thank you for that meeting you put together. It was a great briefing.
Well organized.
Well organized, yes. So thank you.
I learned well.
So does everybody know, but talk a little bit about that concert. Maybe, I don't know if everybody knows.
Well, it's a country concert that is taking place down at the historic Catskill Point on June 24th. As you well know, I do a lot logistically with movies, any events that take place, whether it was Mountain Jam, I was always there for the logistical end of it. So we had a logistical meeting. We had the state police there. We had Ulster County, Greene County Sheriffs, Catskill Police, Catskill Fire, Catskill PD, plus all of our departments that have to work together, Catskill DPW, our highway department, our buildings and grounds. And because we have to logistically make sure that this goes smoothly, it's going to have 1,400 participants and 100 people that will be working it. So we need to know our ingress and egress. There will be boats out on the water. The state police will be monitoring that as well as Ulster County. The sheriffs will be out there. So we have the creek patrolled, we have the river patrolled, and we also have Columbia County as a backup in case of something like I have to think the worst. So I prepare for the worst and hopefully the best will happen. All of our staff within the office, including me, I've had it for quite a few years now. We have crowd management. We'll be doing safety checks. We're working with the Department of State. We have a permit and we're basically good to go. We just need a follow-up meeting and make sure, everybody basically is on the same page. So.
Will county docs be available for that?
Now, Greene County docks will be closed down in case of an emergency. The Catskill ambulance will be inside the gate. Dutchman's Landing, their docks will be closed at a certain time because we're using them in case of an emergency. So, and we're all good with fire code. We're, I did the Vietnam traveling wall, so I kind of had to do all the logistics with that and other events that take place down there. So the Department of State, she was thrilled with it. I invited her to the meeting. She spoke. And I think it went really, really well. Everybody knows their jobs. Everybody's going to be on the same radio channels. And thank you, Matt, Mr. Wonderful, for volunteering that day. So,
Mr. Wonderful.
well, I just saw the name tag because I almost forgot his name.
Thank you, Patty. Great work.
Okay, have a good meeting.
Thank you. Warren, do you want to say anything? All right, thank you very much.
No, you're not. No, you're not. We had a meeting, a request actually from Congresswoman Gillibrand. To meet with her. First time I've heard from her other than generic stuff in quite some time, but she requested a meeting with us to kind of go over what we needed from the federal government. I said Congresswoman, Senator, sorry. What she could do to help Greene County out, what we were looking for, what kind of roadblocks we saw, things like that. So we met with her. Warren, Sean, Ed, James. Yes, over there. Went over some things either that we've seen that were very difficult to deal with. See if maybe there was a way to shift things to make them a little bit easier. Some of our economic goals for the county. So we went over quite a bit of stuff in less than an hour's time. If you want to expand on a little bit of that, because you had most of the list.
We covered a lot of our capital projects as it relates to federal appropriations and earmarks. That's what she really wanted to know. But she also asked about what were some of the difficulties with those, because many times we find that while we're eligible, the criteria and the process is difficult really to navigate, where it really doesn't translate into an actual appropriation reimbursement. So she took copious notes, and we talked about, the USDA and FEMA, rural development agencies where we have history with and experience in trying to apply for funds, but it's a super high bar for federal appropriation. So she was receptive to that, understood a lot of the challenges there. So we talked about capital projects and some of our success stories around broadband. We talked about short-term rentals and the challenges to the county for that. There was no direct outcome of the meeting that was, we will provide this assistance or this particular project to be funded. We're still working on a summary of the list of all of the capital projects and other projects of note around the county and our need. We talk a lot about infrastructure. Everything always comes back to infrastructure. So that was a general summary.
Yeah, and Mike will appreciate her response to a lot of our requests for funding was the fact that there are now member items available. She would look into.
Did you at least ask maybe the withholding of the pass-through money that her and, that comes through, that they're sitting here withholding from the counties within the whole state?
We did, and we also asked Michelle Hinchy about that because she was there as well. We actually met with her for a while, probably half an hour after this meeting.
Because that's coming out of the general fund. If they're withholding that from us, I mean, it's gonna have a bigger impact on us just with
I went through the history
capital
of it,
improvement projects.
and I also referenced the fact that Senator Schumer has been long been a champion of that money flowing directly to the counties. And now all of a sudden, it's short-staffed, and now it appears that it's taken from us. So she, I think she understood the issue. I don't think this is the first time she's heard about it from us. Whether that governor still goes through with her theft, we'll have to see. I'm sorry. Her appropriation.
So she's stealing taxpayer money from the federal level to keep at the state level, as opposed to
The local.
the federal taxpayer money coming to the local.
federal FMAP money.
What was Michelle Lynch's answer?
I don't know if she really had an answer on it.
No, we're still in negotiations on the budget. Everything's on the table. Understood the issue, understood the significance of the loss to the counties. But, you know, the budget's decided by 3 people. And it's 17 days late today. And I'd be embarrassed as a professional to say that when you have all branches of state government controlled by the same party, you can't get a budget on time.
And we brought up the NREM funding as well. With that lawsuit.
When was this held?
Sunday.
On Sundays.
Palm Sunday, actually. I think I had to lose breakfast.
She also had an event at Gracie's restaurant right before us too, so she had planned this well in advance.
Technically, the Gracie's event was planned far ahead of our event.
Okay, anything else?
Regardless.
All right, let's go to proposed action items. Number 1 is authorizing out-of-state travel, Greene County Economic Development, Tourism and Planning. Karen Coleman, Senior Tourism Sales and Marketing Coordinator. And Handel and Bloomer. Anybody have anything else to say? Not? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's passed. Number 2, appointing Board of Directors for the Greene County Economic Development Corporation. Handel, Overall, second that. That's for our new board member, Bernadette Gavin.
That's a good choice.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
How short? We still one person?
We've got
short
one more.
after that?
Yeah, we've got one more
From the
on.
financial banking sector?
Huh?
Is it from the financial banking sector we're supposed to?
No, we don't need, Alan Austin's on that.
Alan's on that
Yeah,
one, right?
yeah. We're proposing at caucus tonight, Andrea Mako, who is the publisher of the Porcupine paper.
Gotcha.
So that'll fill us up with 7. So first time since we've been opened and involved, we've got a full board. Anything else to come before economic development and tourism? A motion to adjourn from Handel. And Bloomer will second. We are adjourned. Thank you.
What was the second?
Bloomer.
Thank you.
Let's see, heterosexual moments. Shit in this.
Okay, open government operations at 6:19. We have 6 proposed action items, but I am going to pull the first resolution as we are going to need more information about it. Number 2 is a resolution calling on the governor of New York State to reconsider Part N of the Article V11 revenue bills with the 2024 executive budget, and I'm going to move that resolution.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Is there anyone opposed?
I would like to thank Ray Ward for his work on rewording the resolution that came to us.
Number 3, authorizing the county of Greene to accept a permanent easement for the maintenance, repair, and replacement of water line across lands owned by New York State Department of Corrections and Community Supervision docks located in the town of Coxsackie, New York.
Martinez. Lennon.
Martinez and Lennon. Is there any discussion?
So does this mean we're taking on full responsibility? Going through water line, you do have responsibility. It's just taking the easement. You have a right of way.
Yeah, permanent. Right now it's temporary, right?
It was under a permit
Originally, and we're in the ground. Now we're looking for reimbursement and
So we've drafted that easement and submitted.
I got a first.
Maybe I spoke on that. We submitted it many months ago. The state now wants to redraft it as the Attorney General would like to see it drafted. So a week ago, they said we're 4 to 6 weeks out. We did record that easement on a map that was filed over a year ago, or 2 years.
You have a first and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Number 4, authorizing a contract for the archive manager of software with Info Quick Solutions Incorporated. And I'll second that. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Number 5, authorizing the chargeback of assessment law-related services and materials from 2023 tax bills.
Martinez.
Hobart. Martinez and Hobart. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Opposed. Number 6, authorizing chargeback of assessment roll-related services and materials, senior exemption, second notice. Hobart. Hobart, I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Opposed. Okay. Is there anything else to come before government operations tonight?
Motion to close.
Second.
Sure.
Oh, Marilyn, cut talk. Sorry.
That's okay.
I didn't know that. All right, Marilyn, I closed it.
It's all good.
Look, sorry.
So I do have my quarterly income for January, February, March, but it does not include mortgage tax. So between the county clerk's record side and motor vehicle, we've taken in $12,602.
Wow.
$374.33. Out of that money, the county clerk's fees were $125,661.29. DMV motor vehicles was $200,688.09. And then we had judicial fees of $7,435.69. Notary fees of $1,245. State education records, $1,926.20. The E&A transfer report was $5,445. The transfer tax commission was $677.71, giving a total of $343,078.98 that was turned over to the treasurer from those two departments. The rest of the money was turned over to the state, which was $12,246,765.35.
Do we get any percentage of the money that's turned over to the state?
Our money came out of that.
So we got 340.
budget work.
300.
You collected $12 million in change and you only got, I'm not saying only, you
Right,
got 343,000 back.
right.
That's
Got it.
amazing. That's
That's our
sad.
percentage.
From 2 departments.
But if you send your registration through the mail or do it online, that's much less you get. That's why it's important.
I know it's important, but I mean,
Everybody know that you gotta come down here and do your registration.
understood. I'm saying collecting that kind of money, getting 340 is, different. That's amazing.
No, not yet. Hasn't gone into effect and we may not come ahead of that game. It hasn't, no. What it is the budget has decided to give us 10.7% on anything that we process. Okay, and including internet. In Greene County, we don't have a lot of internet processing anyway because of the internet services throughout the county. So we're hoping that we break even because we're one of the counties that isn't.
Because of one rate has come down, one rate has gone up.
So the 12.7% is going to drop down to 10.7%. And
Internet will go up, but
Right.
right now, all right, as Marilyn said, we have more walk-in traffic than we do internet. traffic.
And we have more of the dealers coming from out of state that we were getting the 12.7 on, that we're gonna drop to 10.7. So we were one of the counties that, they say we're gonna break even according to the state and still keep what we've been making. But
Here's good
seeing is
news.
believing.
Here's good news. We're about to dump a lot of money into internet in this county.
Okay, all right, so that works.
But the mail-in you still don't get, right?
No,
No,
Mail-in? Yeah, we
Yeah,
do. We get,
Mail here.
it's,
We get some of
well,
that?
they gave us
That's going
that.
up.
The state gave us that all back. Back when Marion was county clerk, they took away registrations, boats, and just left us with trailers. And most people prorate them down anyway, so they're only paying for half a year. Now, the state isn't back to work. So they called the county clerks again and said, we'll just take on the mail. So now they're sending the mail to us to do. So we're getting the full 12.7% here.
Oh, good.
States.
And then on the,
Private world, they would have been fired, fired
I
and fired
almost-
again.
so on the, with COVID, we opened up to being able to go online, and the customers out there are printing stuff themselves at their leisure, 12 o'clock at night, anytime they feel like going. So on this first quarter of this year, we got 9,000 and change. And what I've been doing is I've been using that money to transfer and digitize more records so that it's available online. So at the present moment, we are looking at going back in time. So the current project will complete, we'll have all grantor indices back to 1800, all deed documents back to the 1800, all corporate grantor grantee back to 1890. And they're non-existent prior, so they're all included in the regulars. Liz pendances will be back to 1924. Mortgage documents back to 1995. So that $9,000, I'll wait till the next quarter and we'll do another resolution and we'll do more documents back. So.
Marilyn, thank you for that outstanding work. That amount of money is amazing. So, thank you.
It is, thank you. I enjoy it, so. Thank you.
thank you.
Mike Flynn was-
Yes.
Motion to adjourn?
We had a motion, we had a second. We didn't need a new one, okay. Just all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, we'll call Finance Committee to order. Resolutions, the first of resolution has been pulled. Anything, so we'll go to number 2. For further consideration, I would say, I don't know, any back full. Number 2, resolution calling on the governor of New York to reconsider part N of the Article 7 revenue bill within the 24 executive budget.
Flag.
Vera, second it? Mr. Leonard?
Flag.
Mr. Legg, I'm sorry.
That's okay. You do it all the time. It's fine.
Oh, I'm glad you're. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? He did come away. That's carried. Number 3, resolution in support of proposed pilot agreement by and between the Greene County IDA and NAGC LLC.
Overall.
Mr. Overball,
Bueller.
you seconds it. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. Number 4, approving collective bargaining agreement with Columbia Greene Community College Faculty Association.
Vera.
Silver. Chairman, seconds it. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Opposed.
On opposition? Carried, right, Kevin?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, number 5, authorizing United States travel, Greene County Economic Development Tourism Planning. Kieran Coleman, Senior Tourism Sales and Marketing Coordinator.
Overall.
Overball. Rivera, seconded it. Little General, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. Number 6, authorizing out of state travel, Greene County Emergency Services, Neil Kelleher, 911 System Coordinator.
Leonard.
Oh, Mr. Hobart.
Martinez.
Second.
All in favor of that?
Aye.
Opposed? That's also carried. Number 7, authorizing county highway and solid waste superintendent award the replacement of Timber Lake Road Bridge over Broad Street Hollow Stream, bid number 3-20124-0, bid number 1761.21, town of Lexington.
Flag.
I thought so. Who would like to second it?
Second.
Second by Mr. Leonard. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. Number 8, authorizing highway department enter an agreement with Clark Patterson Lee for construction and inspection services for the replacement of the Timber Lake Road Bridge over the Broad Street Hollow Stream, bid number 3-20124-0, town of Lexington, bid number 1761.21. Mr. Lake,
Flag.
I thought so. Would like to second it.
Davis.
Mr. Davis, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Also carried. Number 9, authorize the county highway and solid waste superintendent award the replacement County Route 83 culvert pedestrian bridge, pin number 1760.23, town of Hunter. Yes, Mr. Lake.
Leonard.
Mr. Leonard seconds it. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Everything goes to the mountaintop.
Awful lot of money going into Hunter this year.
Flag.
Everything goes to the mountaintop. Okay, number 10, authorize the highway department enter an agreement with Clark Patterson Lee for construction inspection services, replacement of the County Route 83 culvert and pedestrian bridge, town of Hunter. There we go again, pin number 1760.23. Mr. Lake,
I'll do it again, sure.
boy, I tell you, you're really hitting it.
I'm on fire tonight.
Overall.
Overall,
I
second.
just have a question on this and previous ones for Ed. When you have professional services like this that oversee a construction, and then something happens with the bridge, say 4 years, 5 years down the road, is there liability on them for their professional service and oversight of that?
But professional, you're referring to the engineer.
The engineering side?
The contractor,
Yes. Okay,
there is.
Engineers are for life.
That's why we're buying the stamp.
I understand, right. Okay.
Vote on that.
Thank you.
Did we vote on that?
No.
No, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, that's carried. Excuse me. Number 11, amending resolution number 349-22, authorized agreement, Greene County Department of Human Services, Aging, and Unique Training Solutions.
Overbaugh.
Overall.
Davis.
Mr. Davis, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, that's also carried. 12, authorize an agreement between the Greene County Community Service Board and the Hudson Valley National Center for Veteran Reintegration, Inc.
Hobart.
Over.
Davis.
Davis seconds it. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, that's also carried. 13, appointed member of Community Service Board.
Lennon.
Lennon,
Overbaugh.
Overall seconds it. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, that's also carried. 14, approving agreement with UPSEU, United Public Service Employees Union regarding the nurses.
Davis.
Mr. Davis.
Overbaugh.
Ms. Overall seconds it. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Opposed.
Carried. That's carried, okay. Number 15, authorized agreement, Greene County Public Health and SUNY Polytechnic Institute.
Chairman?
Sherman,
Davis.
Davis seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Carried also. 16, authorized agreement, Greene County Public Health and New York State Department of Health Immunization Action Plan, contract number C-38445 GG. Linda?
Overbaugh.
Second. Yes.
We're moving it.
Overboard, so Davis.
I have a question too, Charlie, for Ed on, some contracts like this. Do you review these also, Ed? When it comes to this? Something like this was in that contract, there wasn't any type of requirement on a like COVID vaccine for anything like that within this? Okay, thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. 17, authorizing contract archive manager software with Inflow Quick Solutions, Inc.
Overbaugh.
Mr. Lavera, that's overall. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, that's also carried. 18, closed capital project number 74 FEMA 2011.
Linger.
Linger, I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. 19, budget amendment, to Wayne C. Speenberg Greene County Legislator Grant Program.
Lennon.
Mr. Leonard. Who seconded it?
Leg.
Mr. Lake. Well, he's getting on the notice tonight. All in favor? Opposed? So carried. Budget amendment, insurance recovery, Greene County Sheriff. Make that.
Overbaugh.
So Walt seconds it. All in favor? Opposed? That's carried. 21, authorized chargeback of assessment role-related service materials, 2023 tax. Martinez,
Buelich.
Bueller second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. Thank you. 22, God bless somebody. 22, authorizing chargeback of assessment role-related service materials, senior exemption, second notice.
Davis.
Mr. Hobart, Mr. Davis, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, that's carried. 23, authorization paid claims highway. I know Jim, you'd like to take this, but you're not on the committee.
Buelich.
Hobart, Mr. Bueller, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, that's carried. Last but not least, authorization paid claim. Martinez would like to second.
Buelich.
Bueller, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, that's carried. So all the agenda, what we have with us tonight is our treasurer. Let's have some good news for us, hopefully.
You have a report, it's pretty straightforward. Payments are down, collections are down, and delinquent taxes are down, which is probably where we expect to be in April. Sales tax looks like it's recovering itself. The home collection status is pretty clear. We have made the schools whole. We're done. I think we're probably still working on the buildings. I will tell you that since April the 4th, the auditors have been here every day. They have managed to disrupt as much as they could. They were in and out of our offices like little rats. I am, they're done. They're done Friday. They will be back next week. Two of them, I'm expecting at least the first draft copy of the audit. I'm not expecting any surprises. They didn't need to talk to me, so that was fine. I am watching the banking. I don't think the banking crisis is over yet. And surprisingly, I got this irrevocable standby letter of credit from the Federal Home Loan Bank at the request of the National Bank of Coxsackie for $5 million, which is just another level of collateral. I have to wonder why they did that. Give them a call and find out. It's interesting. We'll talk to you, Ed, about it.
They did that through the Bank of Saki?
We have $5 million. Okay? And the Federal Home Loan Bank of New York is giving me this irrevocable standby letter of credit that if I need the $5 million, I can draw it down. Well, I would expect that if I needed the $5 million, I could go to the bank and draw it down.
Sounds like marketing.
Just a little antsy, I'm a little concerned about it. That's why I'm keeping an eye on the whole banking system. Any questions? That's it.
Question?
Thank you, Pete.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else come before Friday?
Motion to close.
Second.
I guess we're closed. Did you introduce that? Oh,
I second it.
oh, okay. You got your name on the board tonight.